Hyphens and dashes are not interchangeable forms of punctuation. Remember that a hyphen is shorter than a dash. The hyphen is a mark of punctuation, used either to show a division between the syllables of a word or to form a compound word. Compound words express a combination of ideas. They may be written as a single word, like the noun keyboard, as two words, like the noun high school, or as a hyphenated word, like the noun six-pack. Keep in mind that a dictionary is your best tool to discover the most recent, correct spelling of a compound word. There are some general guidelines for hyphenating words. When two or more words serve together as a single modifier before a noun, a hyphen or hyphens form the modifying words into a unit. For example, she is a well-known comedian. The words well and known act as a unit, or compound adjective, to modify the noun comedian. When the same compound adjectives follow the noun, hyphens are unnecessary and are usually left out. For example, the comedian is well known. Hyphens are also unnecessary in compound modifiers containing an ly adverb, even when they come before the noun. An example is, the moderately calm children were a breeze to babysit. When part of a compound adjective appears only once but is meant to qualify two or more parallel compound adjectives, you can use hyphens to indicate which words the readers should mentally join. For example, my mother-in-law insists on being home for the 8 or 9 o'clock nightly news. This is much more concise than saying 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock nightly news. A hyphen is sometimes necessary to prevent misunderstanding. For instance, recover means to get well again, while recover means to provide something with a new cover. You should use dashes sparingly in formal writing. The dash is mainly a mark of interruption. It signals an insertion, break, or afterthought. In contrast to commas, dashes emphasize the information that has been inserted. For example, Sense and Sensibility, one of the Victorian novels with a strong female heroine, was written long before the feminist movement began. There are actually two types of dashes, the N dash and the M dash. You can distinguish the two by remembering that N is shorter than M, so the smaller dash is the N dash. The N dash is used to represent a span, or range of numbers, dates, or times. There is no space between the N dash and the adjacent material. On your keyboard, you can create an N dash by holding down the Control key and typing a hyphen on the numeric pad. In these examples, the N dash is read as to or through. I scored 10 goals in the 2012 to 2013 season. I was assigned to read chapters 8 through 11. The N dash can be used to report scores or results of contests. For example, the Oilers beat the Flames 3-2 in the final game of the season. Also, the N dash can be used to represent conflict, connection, or direction. For example, the Liberal-Conservative debate sparked a lot of water cooler discussion. Note that water and cooler are linked with a hyphen, not a dash, because they form a compound adjective. Depending on the context, the M dash can take the place of commas, parentheses, or colons, in each case to slightly different effect. To create an M dash on your keyboard, type 2 hyphens, but do not put spaces before or after the dash. The computer will automatically adjust the 2 dashes to form a single M dash. A pair of M dashes can be used in place of commas to enhance readability and emphasize a main point. For example, when the computer finally rebooted, 3 hours later, she decided she was going to take a hiatus from technology. A pair of M dashes can replace a pair of parentheses, although dashes are considered to be less formal than parentheses. Note that when dashes are used in place of parentheses, surrounding punctuation should be omitted. Take a look at the following examples. Upon discovering the typos, all 36 of them, she vowed never to rely on her spell checker. Upon discovering the typos, all 36 of them, she vowed never to rely on her spell checker. When you use an M dash in place of parentheses at the end of a sentence, only a single dash is needed. Instead of, after 3 weeks of vacation, he decided it was time to make a move, to another beach, you could write, after 3 weeks of vacation, he decided it was time to make a move, to another beach. The M dash can be used in place of a colon when you want to emphasize the conclusion of your sentence. But remember, the dash is less formal than the colon. For example, after weeks of scouring job advertisements, she finally found her dream job, interior designer. Thanks for viewing this presentation on hyphens and dashes.